Okay, so today is December 13th, 2021, day trading recap. What I'm going to do with this recap is I'm going to talk about how I traded today, and then I'll talk about um, some things I'm going to be doing moving forward. So, as usual, I was looking at the NQ and the ES. I will start off with my first trade actually was with the NQ. I took a very, very big quick scalp. I think I took a long scalp. Yeah, I went long. Well, okay. So basically, what happened was looking at the ES, um, and the way I was trading. I first had some supply and demand zones, but they weren't working, and things were just not. Ugh. I actually didn't have this zone. I mean, I had it drawn in, but I wasn't looking at this chart. I think I had. I mean, I've cleaned out the chart I was looking at right now, but it doesn't matter. So this is what was happening at the time. I took off the. Oh yeah, this is what we saw. So you can imagine now we've been in this trading range for quite a few days. Had a really really lovely breakout on Friday. Sunday we had this price action and then we kind of went sideways. I turned on the terminal around about this time and then we just started to sell off. Um, the sell off actually just ended around here. So I didn't want to sort of consider that. I just thought, okay, let's just look at it from this perspective. I did not really think about this wedge top when I started trading, and I wish I had. All I just did was because I saw that sell off, I just thought, okay, fine, doesn't matter. But as far as say we trading this session, how we closed yesterday, um, yeah, this kind of, I mean, it all kind of goes together. This, and also the sell off itself. So you can imagine. In fact, we'll talk about that afterwards. What actually happened and what I saw. So, uh, my reading of the market I thought was okay, um, but I made some and I started off really well, but um, I ended off badly. Did really really well. Actually hit 3 4 times my goal in my first trade, right? So I should have just stopped, but that was not to be. Anyway, so what happened was, as I was reading the market, I saw this first massive bear bar from this sell off. So I thought, okay, fine, we're going down. Um, and I had a bias. I had a bias that we're going to either stop here or stop here because I thought we're going higher. Weirdly, I don't know why I thought that. And I should never have a bias. I should just follow the bars. The way I want to trade is just read what the bars are telling you relative to the moving average, maybe relative to what's happened here, but really the bars are telling you everything. So two massive bear bars, right? If you think about it, these bear bars are 14, have a range of 14 points. So this already is a breakout, part of the breakout, but this is a breakout always in shorts below this bar. We had a pullback. I mean, we triggered the sell, but we had a pullback with a bull bar. And then what happened was obviously bulls bought this bar. Then it closed in the middle, and then bears shorted it, went short here. So already we have some buying pressure. So instantly, I am looking at this and saying, okay, we already have a bull bar. Chances are we're going to be in the trading range soon, and that was why I thought, okay, whatever happens, the next bull bar will probably be a pullback, which exactly is what it was. So at this point, we are like one, and I did count these legs properly. So we had one pullback. I saw this wedge top. And when I saw this, I went straight to the NQ, and this is where things I should be very, very careful. In future, I'm not going to do that. I can't be swapping from one chart to another. So I went this, and I saw we were very sideways here, right? I saw this trading range, and I thought, oh, maybe we're just going to stay on this level, and maybe we're not going to come down. And that was my issue. I just never considered that this would happen. Anyway, so I took this long over here, got out round about, actually took it long here, got out here where this open was, and I actually made my profits here from this here. Basically, what happened was I went long here, bought some more, and then went up and took out my profits and had ready. So I entered with a bit too much if you think about it, because if you think about it, I made I think 4 times my goal, so that means I was risking way too much, right? In hindsight. All right. So, actually, let's talk about how I traded it. I now started to focus on the NQ, looking at the ES, and then I noticed that okay, one more thing, we should have one more leg down. I looked at this and I thought, okay, fine, this would come down here. So we have, you know, 2 wedges. If anything, we'll stop here. So I bought some contracts here, and I bought too many. Kept on buying, kept on buying, kept on buying, kept on buying. And I think I bought more contracts here than I'd ever bought at any time when I've been trading the number of, and I just did not think about what I was doing. I kept moving my stop down. I actually had my stop roundabout here. My average price was just coming down, 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 down. I actually got my average price here. So you would thought I could get out, right? But by the time this bar had wicked down, my broker had said, you're risking pretty much the whole of my account. Or let's say not the whole of my account, basically plus the stop. So this distance to where the price was just way too much. By the time the price would have gotten here, I would have been down quite a bit, maybe 15 grand or something stupid. And I just, because I was only looking at the points, I was looking at the amount I was down by, I just kept on adding and I wasn't thinking. And this is the problem, bad risk management. As a result, I got heavily stopped out and price went back and we had this wedge, which would have been a beautiful, this would have been a beautiful entry short. Again, and I was very upset about that. Very upset, and basically it was a tilt. I also did this. I checked the measured move target and I thought, oh shit, if we're here and I think this is the measured move target, I am not ready for this leg to go all the way down here. And I think, and that was when I realized I mismanaged the trade so badly. We had another measured move target here, out of here, which is obviously this. And I think at this point I was already upset. I started tilting. I was trying to make the money back, and I just was not. I, completely forgot about what I was doing and what was happening. We're in a bear trend below the moving average. I think I got emotional, trading the PNL, and I started going long. I thought we're double bottom here, pull back, but it actually failed. Did not consider the fact that it will fail. Lost more money, and I just really just decided to stop. Got here at this bottom, saw this high, wanted to buy it, turned off the terminal, and this happened. I thought, oh shit, not really my day. And of course, as you can see, we had this pullback. And it's funny, now I look at it, I'm like, huh. I actually took this short, made some money, this pullback, then went to the ES to trade it. The ES had a very weird pattern, so I thought it was going to fail because of the bottom of the day. And I just thought, oh, this is not my day. And essentially what had happened was I was just not focused. So I've had a real good think about how I want to trade this from now on. Essentially, the problem I'm always having is I take good trades and then I forget about what's actually happening in the price action, and I end up taking bad trades and forgetting about what is actually happening. We're in a bear trend. We're going to trading ranges. There's a bull leg, which is just basically a nice bull flag or bear flag, and then you have a second leg down. So 1, pull back 2, and if anything, you would see we're actually in a spike pullback in channel. So imagine this is a breakout spike. This is the pullback with 3 pushes down, 1, 2, and then we're probably going to make a third soon. And I just didn't even consider what was going on. Anyway, so what I've decided to do now is I have decided from now on, at the end of the day, I am going to plot out. I mean, this is what I'm supposed to do. I need to plot out every trade that I should have looked for. First of all, I need to learn to be selective. I need to figure out what it is that I'm looking for. I also need to, have a sort of goal, i.e., all right, you're going to trade the day. You need to have a certain goal that you're after. For me, I try to aim for 10 points, right? This would have been a beautiful trade, only risking 4.3 points. Let's just say 5 points, right? Risking 5 points and would have gotten the 10 points here. So this would have been a perfect trade. Very small risk compared to the reward, what I'm looking for. And I guess just being selective. Now this could have gone lower because this and this. Okay, fair enough. You have 3 legs down, so I would have expected this to reverse, but then we had a failure, and I should always consider that. You could always have a failure. When you have a failure, you're going for a measured move. In fact, I should probably include that in this drawing. Oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, look at that. Down there. That's amazing. All right, let me adjust this. Yeah, so I really ought to... Oh, did not even do that. What was that? Trend line curve properties. Okay, I don't know what that is for, but I need to consider these things more often, and I need to put into my chart now the things that are important in here. Otherwise, I may just make that mistake. So what I will do from now on, every day, put this is how I should have traded today, i.e. 2 bear bars always in short, right? 2 consecutive bear bars, 2 big bear bars. So therefore we're in a short, we're in a bear trend. Look for the first pullback. Usually the first pullback always happens around the moving average. The further away from the moving average, the further away from the moving average it is, the stronger the trend, in my opinion. So if you think about it, let's see, I think we had a really strong, okay, it's just like this. Look at this pullback all the way down. It's a strong trend. Here, another one. And then here we go, 2 bear bars always in short, and then, you know, that sort of thing. This one's a bit different. Oopsie daisy. This is parabolic wedge top. Nice bear, you know. And here we go. Look at that. All the way, I don't know why. Okay, I can only show so many days back. But here, look at this pullback. This is actually a really good one with a nice parabolic wedge top here. So you have this spike pullback. This pullback is what we're looking for. Reasonable to go short over here. So one could actually put this entry here, risking the top. I think this is one of those days where the bars were so large. Here we go, 10 points. Yeah, this is one of those days. But that's actually beautiful, because then you can actually obviously either halve your position, or you just go for, because right now this 20 points, and look at that. Of course you're going to get quite a bit, because this will ensure you get a second leg down of sorts. Don't know why we didn't get, okay, 1, 2, and that's the wedge bottom. Yeah, I was just looking for the third push. That's the wedge bottom there. So this is the second, 1, 2, 3. Wow, this would have been a beautiful day to trade. You see, now I see this, you know, 1 pullback, 2 pullback, you know. So one needs to always look for the one thing. What is the always in direction, right? And then also find the always in direction, and then find the pullbacks for a good entry. And there's so many of them. I just end up taking the wrong ones. This I would in the past I would take a short here, but I'm realizing that, you know, you can't take this risk too high to just enter over here. So therefore, probably just wait. Which is the reason why I haven't marked all the other areas. I could have taken a short here, taken a short here, taken a, you know, there's so many places you can take shorts, but this bar is obviously not a nice bar to look at. You know, this is why you need your stop all the way down up here. Taking it short here, that is how many points? 14 points. It's still a lot to risk. That means you got to trade small, in which case then you're going for what, 30 something points. Maybe if you're doing half your position, you're probably not going to get that. It's just way too much. But yeah, that's all I should have just done today. Just waited for this. This was a beautiful entry. Waited for this pullback, and entered here. If this pullback just went back and you found yourself going back up based on this low, then okay, fine. Maybe you go in the pullback in the other direction. But one needs to be so focused, and one needs to be ready. Anyway, so as we said, 2 consecutive bull bars. This bull bar here tells me that we're going to have some trading range price action on the way, or possibly even it's not going to go too far. It went pretty far actually, but not as far as I thought it would. I didn't think it would go. Nice pullback over here, entry over there. Nice bear bar. Probably second leg. You could even see if there's a measured move target based on that high, based on the breakout, which is there to there. So that's the measured move target. In fact, I need to just adjust this, make this orange. Oh, actually, do you know what? Yeah, just make this orange and orange and orange. Set as default. Right, so this is the measured move target, which we got here, but then again, this would have been a nice wedge. 1, 2, actually it's the 3 ones. I never count this as a wedge because we don't get a pullback. Although sometimes I did in the past, but nowadays I don't. I see this as a pause. This is the first pullback. The first time a bar goes above the other bar, this was the first bar. We call this a high 1, and this is a high 2. And so this is a high probability sell. And then here we go again, high 1, high 2, well, high 1, high 2 really, another high probability sell below that bar. And then So you had one entry here, another entry here. This is another high one. It's a high two, double bottom. I don't like the fact that this is so high. This is too risky, so I should probably just say that. I probably will enter the bottom here, but I think it's better to just stick to the rules and just stick to that. Although this is too risky. It's just too high at the top of the trading range. I don't like buying at the top of the trading range, so I probably will not take this trade. Two pushes up, and then also we're always in shorts. This is bad follow through by the bulls, overlapping bars, and therefore I would probably look for a short entry. This is a beautiful short, nice risk there. One pullback. What was the other one? Two pullback, three. So we do have a wedge bottom. I mean, even though I've connected that 3 legs down, but then there is a pullback here, and there we go. Here again. So this would have been a really good entry short. For whatever this was. I'm not really sure how much I would be risking. If you put it up there, 2.8, 2.58, this is beautiful. Or actually, let's just say 3 points. That you can actually almost double your position, because look at that. You actually get more better than 2 to 1, of course, which would be a great trade. And then again, if you wanted to take this again, too risky, top of the trading range, this range, don't really, actually it's a breakout at the top, but I would rather just wait for a pullback and just buy with a limit order at the bottom, putting my risk over here, and then just taking this higher. Yeah, but then again, this is again not a really good, you need this bar to close above this. Maybe buy this pullback over here might be a good idea, and then taking this higher, 1, 2, 3, and then this short. This is what kind of phased me the first time, because I thought, okay, I don't want to take this. This is too risky, because I saw this happen and I was like, ugh, my stop is here. And we're doing this, 1, 2, 3. This is a wedge bottom. We may go back up, but it was actually a double top. And then we now went down. I don't want to take a trade down here either. And I remember I asked myself that question when I was doing this. I thought, okay, yeah, great. But I've done this many times where I now see my thing going close to my stop. I nearly get stopped out. And I'm thinking, what the hell? I mean, of course, it worked out. But I'd rather take it down over here. So this, no. Wait till a bear bar closing past it. Maybe here. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't like this. It's just too far. Yeah, I would rather enter with a smaller position over here. Or if I enter here very, very, very small, and then enter another one with a smaller position till I'm convinced, but it's just, this is not a really good sell. The risk too high. I wouldn't want to take this sell. Clearly, this is a better sell. Getting this bear breakout from this range, we're going sideways, so chances are whatever we get over here will be great. You could always catch it at any time, but your stop will be here, or maybe at the top of this bar. And that's what I need to look for. So right now we have 1. This isn't a good one. This isn't a good one. 2, not a good one. Maybe 3, 4, 5. So 4 or 5 really good trades, which I think is a great day's worth of trading. Of course, the first one would have hit the goal. Second one will just be a bonus. The other 3 will just be extras. So anyway, so I'm going to try and put this on a blog somewhere. I'm going to create a blog and then just paste this every single day, just so I can see the trades that I missed, things that I should have seen, and how I should have seen that. I think there is a measured move range from the high to, if we just put this here for now, no, this is the breakout, so maybe here. All right, that measured move target is exactly the same as this target. So this pullback, yeah, this breakout here has a nice measured move all the way down here. All right, we'll try again tomorrow. I'm going to try and paper trade tomorrow. I know I keep saying this, I end up trading money, but I want to really deal with these issues that I have. My issues being taking good trades and then now taking bad trades, and over trading. Today I over traded, and I think that was all just because of, 1, either overconfidence, and 2, just not really focused. So tomorrow I'm gonna I don't really have any pressing deadlines. I'm gonna try my best to focus really hard and get these trades done. All right.